Turn this stuff on here. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We got some Madden here on tap for you. Let's see, why is... There we go. Get my audio levels correct. We got a special guest here joining me in the booth. MunDayne, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Awesome. So let's just jump right into it. Out of the booth here and into live gameplay, you got me and MunDayne there with our abbreviated names Slap and Mun. And this is a great, I dare to say, rivalry game. Muskingum University has given us a lot of problems in the past. I mean, they have some pretty stellar players, and every single matchup these past few seasons have always been either really close or really upsetting for our guys. So I'm hoping Dimer's able to pull off the win here. This is Hively from Muskingum University, a regular face that we have seen in seasons prior. So let's see here. Fortunately for us, Post University is starting on offense here. It's just going to be a short pass out to the right to ETN out of the backfield. So how are you feeling, MunDayne? You get a little week off where you get to actually jump in the booth instead of competing?
Yeah, this is nice. I get to see Dimer put up some good points here. And I mean, just in that play alone, I mean, Dimer's seeing that he's in a cover 4 and he's taking advantage of the flats right now. He's going to make his opponent need to adjust to that. It's a really good play here.
Oh, and there we go. Another massive play right there. Calvin Ridley going to find himself 20 yards on that reception. A little bit of stick work. Ooh, I am way too bright here.
It looks like his opponent just switched to a cover 3 defense here. So we'll see if he can hit the corner route on the right side. It got manually guarded. And
oh, my goodness. A little poor accuracy notification on that one. Thrown behind the receiver, unable to adjust in time. Fortunately, it wasn't an interception, even though it hit the defender right in the numbers.
I think his opponent's a man-to-man defense here. So he's going to have to go to the flat or the drag.
And he's watching that flat. Could have still probably gotten that thrown off. Still a lot of yards between that defender and the player in the flat.
So his opponent's doing a really good job of picking up the user on multiple routes that should be getting open against what he's playing. I believe his opponent just went to a cover 4 here. It is a cover 4. And that is a good play.
Oh, right, beautiful. Christian Kirk going to pull that one in. And you know, Trevor Lawrence starting off 3 for 5, 51 yards. It's not bad for a first drive at all.
So for anyone unfamiliar, cover 4 is when you have 4 deep coverage. This is a great run. That's a perfect run. 4 deep coverage players, and usually you have just one player on each side covering the flats or the deep flats. And so flood schemes work really well against that. And that's how he took advantage of this big play 2 plays ago.
Folks, do you see why we're lucky to have MunDayne here in the booth with us? We're all going to learn a lot here today. I'm just enthusiastic, but he's actually smart.
It looks like his opponent is either in cover 3 or man-to-man defense. What's super interesting is his opponent's not running base. So it's easy to identify what kind of coverage he's in right at the line of scrimmage before he calls hike.
Oh, he got caught up on that one. It's sometimes the animations through this. They work so hard to make it fluid that some of the movements look so unnatural because they force through each other. And throwaway right there by Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, his opponent just got a really good block shot at the line of scrimmage. He only sent 2 players, it looked like, at the quarterback, and yet he got right on through. So that was an amazing user play by his opponent.
Wow. Right where he needed to be, when he needed to be there. And, I mean, I think you take the points here. Yeah. Smart play here. No need to force anything. Still early in the game, and as he was pointing out in the pregame here when we were all meeting up, It's been some very low-scoring games by Hively, which is, I will say, unnatural for Muskingum University this season. So 3 points might make all the difference in the world when that fourth quarter comes around.
I'm interested to see what defense Dimer comes out to defend in. We see he often runs a man-to-man defense, but his opponent is in one of the meta playbooks on offense, Philly's playbook, and due to that, he's gonna have to really watch these deep post routes that will break the man-to-man coverage over the middle.
Yeah, you were preparing him for that in the pregame, and there's a deep one. Wow, Rashid Rice. And a home run play there, almost out of the gate for this Chiefs offense, and that's going to be a touchdown for Muskingum.
So what really worked out well there for Hively is he flipped his play at the line of scrimmage, and sometimes that messes with the man-to-man coverage. So what happened there is the person that was covering Rice wasn't lined up directly with Rice. So Rice was able to get a lot of space at the line of scrimmage and gave him a free one-play drive. That's really tough for Dimer, but I'm sure he won't let that happen again.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just one of those things you can't really you can't reprogram the AI, and when they flood one side of the field in, you know, that pre-play and then they switch it, you're going to get those big splash. So, not surprised, but I definitely don't think we'll see it again. We're still only in the first quarter and gotten to see 2 lead changes, which is nice.
I like to see Dimer really attacking the short routes here. His opponent's he's covering that one-play touchdown, big, plays downfield really well, even the deep crosses. But he's leaving the flats and the drags open, it looks like, at the start of the play. So hopefully Dimer takes advantage of that.
Oh, and ETN, not much room there. So a 3rd and 4 situation, I think you got to throw it here. He's been finding some decent space with the run in the past few weeks, but yep, and there we go. No one in the backfield, just Trevor Lawrence, all by his lonesome. And, oh,
Perfect.
Beautiful. Ooh, and some extra yards on top. There we go.
Beautiful play. I like that Dimer acknowledged that he was playing against a man-to-man defense at the line of scrimmage and just did something simple, nothing too crazy, but a very, very consistent man-beating route on the one-on-one man coverage on the side.
Yeah, those little zigs, especially if you don't got a defender with too much agility or acceleration, they're not going to be able to adjust in time. Oh, I'm so tired of seeing the Chiefs everywhere as a Broncos fan. It never used to be like this. We used to be the good ones, you know?
Yeah. Back in the day. What was that, 2014, right?
2016, well, 2015.
Yeah, the Broncos were a good team, but, I mean, Madden's always been about speed. Whoever's got the fastest team, and then these last few Maddens, it's actually been more about the abilities. Having that velocity quarterback is everything. And so Patrick Mahomes being the only quarterback in Madden that has hot route master, so he can put anybody on like a post route, as running back on an angled route. It's hard to argue the Chiefs being, they've got to be the best team in Madden because of it.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't have a bona fide receiver. They have a Travis Kelce and then a bunch of sidekicks.
That's right. I think they make up for it with their unique routes.
Yeah, I can't argue that. And I mean, it's the off-platform throws by Mahomes. As a Broncos fan, I'm forced to watch more Chiefs fans than most people who aren't Chiefs fans. Yes, he did. Okay, I didn't think he got that.
That was a close one. That was a close call. The quarterback sneak is a really interesting call because it's pretty consistent unless the other team pinches the line, crashes them down, and puts a user right over that center. If they do that, sometimes that quarterback just runs into a wall and gets stopped. So I'm happy to see Dimer pick that one up.
Oh, I've had my fair share of 4th and inches fail on the QB sneak. Whoa, look at that! And he's going to beat him. Beautifully done right there. And 3rd lead change of the game here as we enter the 2nd quarter. Or, no, it's 5-minute quarters. All right, as we well into the second quarter.
Yes, that is, and nobody runs the ball better than Dimer. I mean, once he's got the ball in his hands, he maneuvers really well, makes people miss, follows
Oh,
his blocks
absolutely.
patiently, and you just saw him put the work in right there.
Yeah, it's not just following his blocks either. He maneuvers his player in a way where a player who doesn't even mean to block ends up getting a block. It's
That's
beautiful.
right.
It's artistic, and I'm extremely jealous of that skill set. Because if you
All
can
right, his
run the
opponent's
ball in
coming
this
out.
game, everything else is going to open wide up.
That's right. So his opponent is coming out in bunch strong nasty. It's a very good play to hit corner routes on, and there is a really good play in there where you can put 3 crossing routes over the middle. Not to mention the RPO run that his opponent just did here. There's a lot to defend from one formation. Um, so Dimer's got his work cut out for him if his opponent stays in this formation.
And Isaiah Pacheco is an absolute unit.
He is
That
now with
that
the Boot
angry
Master.
toddler run.
He just got better with the last update, so there we'll see him. He can make a whole team miss on one juke.
A fortunate kind of clog there by the Chiefs means that we're able to stop Isaiah Pacheco from gaining any additional yardage. So we're at the 32-yard line on defense. Still got to watch their backs. Waiting for something to try to go over the top here again. And Rashid Rice again is going to grab that one and get absolutely leveled. And Rice to stand up through the guy's legs there. That was beautiful. Mun, you want to angle your camera down a little bit? As nice
Sorry,
as
I
your
got my
forehead
nose to
is
the
there for me.
screen.
Yeah. That's one of the benefits to boom mics is it kind of blocks me here so that I can't lean in, you know?
That's good. So his opponent is staying in this bunch strong nasty, but he isn't flipping it, which means he's comfortable with the strong side of the formation on either hash mark. Usually that shows a less skilled player that isn't like putting their bunch. The way he has it set up right now is the right way, but he was running it on the right hash mark in the same way. And so hopefully if he continues doing that, Dimer will pick up a good play. He almost got an interception on the zig route on the left with his man-to-man coverage. So if he keeps doing what he's doing, it might work out for him here sooner than later. Hopefully he's using the corner route and the post.
Oh,
had
he
an
saw it
opportunity to
but
have a
couldn't
throw.
adjust in time. He tried to double back there. Dimer was ready for it.
He was in the right place, but honestly, I thought that route was going to keep going. That post, if it was a post fully, I think that would have been a touchdown. So he's gonna watch it now. I think he's gonna stay in that part of the field.
Was that perhaps just the an adjustment by Hively trying to throw it behind the receiver?
It might have been, but it looked like the receiver stopped before the ball was thrown. There are several routes like that. I'm not familiar with any in that formation, but in this Madden, sometimes those slants and crossing routes, they'll stop on their route for no reason at all, and sometimes it leads to mistakes. So I'd be worried right now about Kelsey. He's manned up across the safety far from him. If he does a corner route, oh, he went across the field. There it is, Kelsey, though.
Oh, that should have been a pick right there. Great coverage by the defense.
That was insane. The fact that the safety on the far side of the field was on Kelsey set him up to be in the right position for a drag. Had Kelsey been on a corner route, though, that would have been a tough play for Dimer. Here you see that he flipped his play. And like I said earlier, that really starts to mess with the man coverage. It didn't on this play, though. His team fixed themselves right in time.
Let's see if we get the field goal or if he's going for it here. Muskingum, yep. Muskingum is very aggressive. It's something that their coach instills in them is if you're within that 5-yard range, you're gonna see them go for it almost every time.
That's something nice that Dimer's doing here is, oh,
what? Oh,
so his user got pancaked. That is the worst luck you could have.
I don't think that was a pancake. That it looked to me like he tried to what is it? Not the
Oh, did he dive?
tackle. Yeah.
Dive tackle. Okay, I missed the start
That might
of
have
it.
been a misinput on Dimer there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but hopefully he reads the gaps, and he does here. That's a good defensive stop for the run.
Couple more of those. Nice loss of, what, 1 on there?
Yeah, it looked like he actually might have gained 1 yard or stayed in the same place.
I'm not wearing my glasses right now, Mun, so I really need you to spell this stuff out for me.
All right, so right now we're 2nd and goal on the 6-yard line. We'll see how we do here. Now, what I wish he would do is he has his play set up really well, but I wish he had his user on a blitz angle. That would actually help the AI get more block sheds. So his opponent had a lot of time to wait for a route to develop on the man coverage, but now he's on the 1-yard line, so we'll see how he plays this.
This is that aggressiveness by Muskingum. Let's see. Of course, it's going to be a run. He's going to sneak right in. Touchdown, Muskingum University. Why Andy Reid looks so fit? Did you not see that?
I did. He looks good in this game.
Yeah, seriously. Like, what a compliment.
Yep. For the record, my opponent did officially get the forfeit. He never checked in, so I don't need to keep checking that now.
And that is the 3rd sports title forfeit win for Post University this week. Well done. Well played, Mun.
Yeah, I really practiced up for this one.
Exactly. You know, you had to hit that little check-in box on the league spot. Proud of you, man. Proud of you.
Thank you. I'm curious to see what Dimer does with 18 seconds with no timeouts. He's down 4, and do you remember who got ball first? Does Dimer get ball at half?
Dimer did get ball first.
Okay, so he is in kind of a tough spot. Maybe he can find an error in his opponent. X is open for the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. He saw it just a second too late.
I think that was his opportunity. I don't know if he's going to get another one this drive. I think it's going to go to halftime. He's going to run the ball here. Maybe he can make his opponent miss enough and make something happen here.
I mean, a great run right there, but that's just going to let the clock go to 0. So, I mean, that's halftime. Still a close game. It has stayed within 1 score each time. Both teams here just kind of exchanging body shots. So, I think this is going to come down to whoever scores the last points. That last possession is going to be crucial.
It really could be.
And this is the thing. Why do the Chiefs have so much momentum?
Well, we're at the Chiefs Stadium. The home team will get more momentum than the away team, and he's in the lead. So I think that actually does make sense here in the scenario. But that kind of momentum, though, can turn around really quick. So all it'll take is a turnover, and that bar will start going the other way. It's when that momentum bar hits the end that it's really hard to break it.
And I'm going to stuff up Pacheco there. 7 rushes for 48 yards. He's having a good day.
He is. You know, one of the other difficult things playing against the Chiefs in the Chiefs Stadium is that your audibles will sometimes just fail. And so I don't know if it's happened to Dimer this game. Well, that's a good drag route.
Wow.
Hopefully Dimer doesn't give up too much rack. All right.
And, I mean, nice tackle there.
So losing the opportunity to audible sometimes, or you'll send an audible in 4 or 5 times for it to finally register, you're kind of stuck in the play that you come out in against the Chiefs. So, but he's doing a really good job. Just, you know, his opponent's not no huddling, so he's getting time to change it each drive or each play if he needs to. I think Dimer's doing a really good job with his opponent here.
Zone coverage coming into play.
Dimer's user there was phenomenal up to the very last second.
Just went too far outside of the numbers there. He didn't need to go that close to the sideline.
Great job waiting for that to get open and throwing it at the last opportunity possible.
And Patrick Mahomes getting that throw off while getting tackled is accurate. That was correctly programmed into this game. Oh, wow. Wow, there it is.
The
Perfect
play.
timing user pick. Got a little too cocky on that throw there.
So
And
Dimer took away the major read. He had a guy that was going to break wide open in the middle of the field. Dimer got in front of it, forced him to go to his next read. And his corners on the Jaguars, they stick on their man coverage. And that is a phenomenal interception.
And another big run here by ETN. Oh, down inside the 30 to the 29. What a run right there. And I mean, that's a 1-2 punch. The interception, bringing it all the way to the 30, then a run, bringing it all the way past the other 30. Now we got them on their heels a little bit. Let's see if we can get another big run out of here. One block was there. Cook's not able to get there in time. Nice little hard cut gets him down to the 15.
I think Dimer's got him right where he wants him. He might not have the lead yet, but he is getting his run game started now. This is perfect.
And at this point, Hively's getting nervous about this run game. I would start mixing in some play actions in here.
It's at 10 rushes for 98 yards. That's almost 10 yards a run now. Like if he can keep that up,
I could do that.
Yeah, if he can keep his run game up and the momentum he's got going with that, anytime he decides to pass it, he's gonna have a lot of opportunities. There it is.
Oh, another one, Evan Ingram. First down. Nice first and
I
goal
like that he
situation.
didn't force it to a slot receiver on that play. His slot receiver was getting open, but it was a tight window, and instead he waited it out and found an even more open receiver for a much better play.
First and goal from the 3. And a handoff to the fullback. Or no, that was tight end.
Yeah, that was the read option where he could pitch it if he decided to keep it with the quarterback. It's a tricky
That's a fun
play. Yeah, it can sometimes make out for a huge play, but I've seen people make mistakes and cause a fumble with the pitch. So getting a couple yards in that play is good.
Wow, there we go. Evan Ingram, touchdown, Post-University. Love to see it.
Phenomenal.
Another lead change here.
It looked like his opponent's user, Hively, there was on that player he threw it to, but he was running in front of the receiver rather than, with him. So it was a really good read and a great pass.
Oh, 100%. And I mean, if there was any kind of pressure coming at Trevor Lawrence on that throw, it might not have been as pretty. So, well done there. Now, I mean, a little over 5 minutes left in the game. Approaching the fourth quarter here. I think a stop here on defense would mean the world. You're going to start seeing a lot more of risky plays being called by Muskingum if we're able to get the ball back here on this drive.
He's got to watch the deep posts in this formation. I think they're going to let it go. But the defense he's coming out in is really strong. He has flats on the outside. There's man-to-man. But he's putting a lot of pressure on his user to guard those deep posts that break off the man coverage. Those long crossing routes. He did a phenomenal job the last defensive drive. I really hope he can keep that up here. But he's putting a lot of pressure on his user. And he got stuck on the wrong man that play.
Patrick Mahomes forced to throw it away. Those are some of my favorite words. Oh, I'm so happy Muskingum chose the Chiefs. It's so easy to villainize them in my head. Vilify, villainize. Make the bad guy. And Travis Kelce's going to pull that one in. So 1st and 10 now for the Chiefs. You're inside the fourth quarter. I'm telling you, this game's going to come down to whoever has the ball last.
It definitely could. Oh.
Oh, my God. A monster stiff arm there by Isaiah Pacheco.
Wow.
Dude, he's not that strong, is he?
They just made his stats like way better ability wise now. Now he's got that X factor or superstar trait. I'm sorry. With jukebox. So his other ability means that he won't stumble. So if he like kind of runs into somebody who is, oh, hold on, that's a big crossing route. Dimer's there
Oh,
for the kick.
let's go! What a play! Dimer read that the whole time.
It's phenomenal.
Oh, that was he baited him on that one.
He really did. He played so deep under it. If his opponent lobbed it and pass let it high, or even just pass let it high with a bullet, they would have had a higher chance. But it looks like they just threw it directly to him, so gave Dimer an easy interception.
Oh,
Phenomenal user rate.
And this is exactly what we needed in this situation. Expect nothing but runs out of Dimer for the rest of this this drive. Gonna try to chew as much clock as he can. And, you know, Hively is beating himself up because that, I mean, that is bait if I've ever seen it. Held down with him as long. So you guys talked about this in pregame, about having that defender kind of hug the line so that it registers as another blitzer. And
Exactly.
he held off from dropping immediately back into coverage, bode his time, and, I mean, full-on sprint for the interception. Beautifully done. And Christian Kirk going to pick up this one. So close to a first down. Instead, we get a 3rd and 1 at the 40.
You know, back to that interception, I would love to watch it back and see, like, I believe his defensive line got to the quarterback enough that might have had a reason why the pass was so terrible and allowed for such a good interception. So it was just beautiful defense all around.
That is something I'm going to work on for next season. I'm going to figure out how to get instant replays. Wouldn't that be
Yes.
so sick if I could just
That would be amazing.
roll it back? Get that little, like, kind of tablet mode where I can mark it up and be like, all right, so we're blushing from here. Get my
That's
boomer
the next
on.
level up.
All right, 2-minute warning here in this game. Post University holding on to a 3-point lead, but also the football. So 2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line, already in field goal range. But a field goal would still leave Kansas City within a touchdown.
Oh,
Oh, a little too far in front. Perfect accuracy out of reach, so, I mean, pick one.
well, so what that means is he was holding L2, he was pass leading, and just actually held his stick a little too far away.
Oh,
So,
see, when my pass accuracy, I don't let it go too far in front because I would
yeah,
do exactly that every single play. And it looks like the chat just saw
big
that play
play.
from 2 minutes ago, and they are freaking out. And looks like we're going to get a field goal here.
That's okay. It would have been
Yeah.
nice to secure the game off, but the way Dimer's playing defense, I think he is in his right to trust his defense here on this final possession his opponent will have.
Yeah, and I mean, it has to score a touchdown. Field goal isn't going to win it for him. So
To
all
be
the
honest,
pressure
though,
is on Hively right now.
his opponent's got some life here. Like, he's down 1 touchdown. Dimer cannot give up a touchdown here. It's a 4-down drive all the way down. You know, he's not going to punt the ball. He's going for it. So he doesn't need to get it all in one play. You know, he's got plenty of time and timeouts.
And I mean,
So hopefully
we've
Dimer
seen
plays the end zone.
we've seen Hively do it both ways this game. A long, methodical drive, and we've seen that almost, one play home run touchdown that we got early in the game. So capable of doing it either way. And looks like we're going to get one of those nice, slow, methodical Patrick Mahomes drives.
Beautiful play on defense.
Wow.
Really aggressive of Dimer there. You know,
Burst right through the line, absolutely.
to play a zero blitz in that situation, like he's got to be very careful of this right here.
Wow. And Kelsey's going to get it. So timeout. I mean, good call for the timeout there. At least he's going to get a chance to possess the ball.
You've got to call the timeout there, absolutely. He's
What do
got
you
to
do
be
if
more
you're Hively?
careful.
Do you run it or do you try to throw it here?
You definitely are looking for that zip because Dimer's been in man-to-man. So he's looking to the right side of the field for man-to-man beaters. And Unfortunately, Dimer didn't have a flat. He had a purple on that side, a curl flat. And so those flats were open. Hopefully if he plays zone, he puts his coverage down. It looks like he's doing it now, man-to-man with flats on the outside. And the flat didn't get there.
Oh, my goodness. And the drop by Rice. Very accurate programming here by the team at EA.
So what's phenomenal about the situation is now he doesn't have to use a timeout. Honestly, the play here is it's okay if your opponent scores a touchdown at this point.
100%.
You've got your timeouts. That's not the end of the world. Like, you've got plenty of time, timeouts. It's okay. Now the game's in Dimer's hands. He gets to control. All he needs is a field goal. You know, so this is definitely his opportunity to. A minute and 10 seconds is a long time in Madden.
And there it is, another lead change here in this game. I don't know what's happening, but I am really much enjoying this. This is fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better game for you to be in the booth with me, MunDayne.
Yeah, I love a good close Madden game. This is great. So I'm interested to see if he's aggressive right off the start, or if he's okay with, you know, calling a running play here and there. And it looks like he's coming out in quads, so he might still go to the flats, but he is letting his opponent know he is passing the ball.
I mean, honestly, even a short pass like this to ETN, just get the ball in his hands.
The wheel.
The wheel's wide open.
Oh.
Oh, he's not going to get another opportunity like that. Listen, listen. Hey, MunDayne, I cannot express to you enough. It's real easy when you're watching. When we're watching, we can, you know, scan the field real easy. None of the pressure's on us. But when you're in that game, it's a lot harder to see those open throws. And there we go. Beautiful pass to ETN.
The open throw. He was avoiding the pressure, and he did an amazing job not taking a sack. But I don't think he meant to cross the line of scrimmage when he did. He just committed after he did. So I think he did see it. That's a great play. He's now in full control, almost in field goal range here. That might be field goal range with the Jaguars, if we're being honest.
So, he has clock management on still. He just chewed all of that.
It's okay as long as he gets positive yards, and he does.
There we go. All right.
He can take a 42-yard field goal, and he knows it. He's got 2 timeouts, though, so he needs to make sure he doesn't get tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, why not set yourself up in the middle and make it an easy field goal? Hopefully that's what he's looking to do here.
You call yourself a QB sneak, dude.
Yeah, I would have preferred a fullback dive. There it is, fullback dive. Although I would have called it to the opposite side to make the field goal a little easier. He is doing that now. Fullback dive to the right. Okay. Now, I mean, his opponent, he's not going to let him get any yards on it. He really shouldn't get any yards on it. But all he's doing is putting the ball in the middle, you know, making it. Oh, he switched to a sting here. Dimer wants yards. Almost lost one there.
Lost one there. All right, 59-yarder. He can absolutely bang this.
It would take a connection issue, I think, for this to not go through.
Oh, I'm about to tell him to just end the stream. I don't want to be the reason he misses this.
I think he's got it, though. Like, that's in. He's got it.
What's happening? Oh, there we go.
Oh, so
that's money.
It prevents the
that's
user
money
from blocking it. So
there we go.
So a lot of people will try to time a blocked field goal, and the way you can stop that is right at the end. You can hold your X or A button, and you can let it go whenever you feel like it. So it will like hold the snap, and it messes with the timing for your opponent trying to block. So that was well done.
I actually did not know that.
Yes, very high level play there by Dimer to make sure it didn't get blocked.
See, this is why you need to be in the booth. Look, folks, we all just learned something. I've only been playing Madden for, 15 years, but I knew that. I mean, Patrick Mahomes needs the world right here. Final play of the game.
He doesn't have
Lively rolling out. Deep pass into double coverage to Travis Kelce, who pulls it in, but's tackled at the 10-yard line. And Post University is going to pull out game 1 of this series. Wow.
That was well done. Dimer controlled that game from start to
And
finish.
Andy Reid, no glasses. My boy got contacts on, the thin waistline. Like, they made him gorgeous in this game for no reason. But, all right, that is it here for game 1. This is a 3-game series. So let's see if they immediately start back up. I'm going to put this on be right back, and we will be right back, folks. All right, folks, we are back. Game 2 of this rivalry matchup here against Muskingum University. Not exactly a school rivalry, but a Madden rivalry that has been going on for multiple seasons between multiple of our esports athletes. So, MunDayne, you want to break down what happened there in Game 1?
Yeah, honestly, it really did come down to who had last possession there. His opponent took the lead at the very end of the game, but left way too much time on the clock, and that was the reason he lost.
I mean, that and, you know, the beautiful interception by Dimer late there in the 4th. I mean,
It's a fair point.
Mwah.
I think it's safe to say Dimer's figured his opponent out a bit when it comes to him playing defense. His user's in the right places when when he needs to be there, and we're seeing that by the turnover percentage. So hopefully he can keep that up going into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just keep doing what he's doing because he's doing it well. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful pitch and catch there. Calvin Ridley going to take that one down to the 47-yard line, and we are already in Chiefs territory.
Now, he had it wide open, and that's what I was staring at. But that post developed as well. His opponent played man-to-man, and he had way too much time, which allowed the routes to get open.
Ooh, tried to cut back across the stadium there. I gotta say, shoutcasting from home, which I usually didn't, and now I have to do it with the musical stylings of Miss Rachel behind me and Coco Melon, and it's like doing it on hard mode, man.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I can see how that's a challenge.
It's hard to stay focused, man. Coco Melon has some bangers.
Yeah, it does. He has a seam. Oh, but he backed up too much against a QB contain.
That route was developing there for Evan Ingram, though. That would have been a nice pickup.
I like the Dimer's still, like, totally cool with taking a field goal here. It's a far one, but he should be able to nail this one as well. Oh, okay. Yep, he nailed it.
So far, we're right on script. And there it is, PostU Esports pointing out in the chat that they should be at the Jacksonville Stadium in this game. Yeah, so the typical, if this does go to Game 3, we will make sure that Diamond has home. But there was just some misunderstanding of the rules here. They were under the impression that losers got their stadium choice for Game 2. But in fact, the rules are each team gets an opportunity for their home stadium. So if last game it was the Chiefs, then this game it would be the Jacksonville Stadium. And then Game 3, if it was to go to Game 3, would be whoever had the highest point differential. So if one team won Game 1 by 10 points and the other team won by 3 points, the team that won by 10 points gets home field advantage in Game 3. So, I mean, worse things have happened. We beat the Chiefs, you know, at Arrowhead before. We could do it again.
Perfect run defense there. He has done that twice now. He overloads that A gap with his linebackers, and they pull right on through. It's a really well done play. He's expecting a pass, but he wants to get some pressure in. And there is a
oh my God, what a beautiful play. That was nice pressure, diving swat.
There. That was awesome.
That was one of the biggest differences, I think, in my game personally, was when I stopped trying to make everything an interception and I started going for swats.
So on this play, he didn't have a flat on the right side, but he did have a curl flat on the right side that should have been there for that. He needs to change his coaching adjustments to put his curl flats at 15 yards if he wants to guard against that play.
Was that on 4th down?
It was 4th and 3, yes.
Wow.
Which, what I was going to say as the play was starting to happen is he only had a flat on the right side, but not on the left side. And so that would have been a little bit, you know, I think he should have just kept to his man defense, and he probably would have got a stop on that one. Or had a flat on each side and defended the that space. Wow, what a play.
Wow.
So Dimer's coming out in more zone. I think he's trying to mix it in and disguise what he's doing on defense. If we go back to like the last game, Dimer's defense was extremely strong on this side of the 50, but on the other side of the 50, he gave up some deep balls.
Yeah.
So honestly, this might have been part of his strategy here. It's like give him a little bit of space and bend, but now here's where he doesn't break, and here's where he makes a big play.
Oh, tried to cut back across there. Dimer saw it, just not in time. That linebacker did not have the speed he needed.
Tried to call it. I thought that would be the interception that I was leading up to. There we go. So now you're seeing him adjust his zone drops.
Zones, yep, there we go.
And so now his zones are going to play way better on the corner routes. So now he can focus more on the middle of the field on this play. Oh.
Wow, we'll take those all day. Probably should have just laid down in the end zone there, but I mean, a pick is a pick.
A pick's a pick. That's huge.
Yeah,
I don't know what it looked like he did. It looked like his opponent used the L2 to try to pass lead and pass led too far forward. His quarterback didn't get hit. Nothing happened weird. He just overthrew the ball, and that was a user issue, not a game issue.
Patrick Mahomes doesn't respond to defensive pressure, if I'm not mistaken.
He does. He does.
Who
Yes.
has that that
You're thinking of
ability?
the Bengals quarterback.
Oh yeah, Joe Burrow, who is a certified psychopath.
Exactly.
My wife is laughing. She loves Joe Burrow.
That's that's
Whoa,
such
what a
good
run right
vision by
there.
Dimer.
Ooh.
That
Oh,
is really good vision. His opponent was not expecting a run at all. His user's not in the correct position to close the gap, and it's giving Dimer these huge run plays. Really well done.
and already inside the second quarter here.
I like this formation he's in, but it's everyone knows that that's a running formation. Oh my
Whoa,
goodness.
what? There it is. And nobody's
You
going to
know,
catch him now.
that was
Oh, wait, no
insane.
stamina. Tank on empty, still managed to get there. Touchdown, Post University. And we're going to jump out to a 9-point lead pending that extra point. I don't even know why I'm saying that. A 10-point lead. Extra point's going to be fine.
Yep. So that was incredible. His opponent ran commit, which is the funniest part about that, which it brings everybody down to the line of scrimmage, but they're all responsible for a lane still. And when you run commit and the person misses a tackle, there's nobody behind them to save the big play.
Yep.
So he lucked out a little bit with the truck, but also really well user to cause that to happen, and just had a huge hole due to his opponent's error. So it was really good job taking advantage of that.
And I mean, a lot of this game is taking those big risks, those gambles, and unfortunately for Hively, that one did not pay off. Wow. Nice tackle there down at the 30.
You know, Dimer's making me a little nervous. When we're on this side of the 50, he runs a lot of zero blitzes, no coverage over top. And that's usually when his opponents get one-play touchdowns. And so, or just in Madden in general. Like right now, he's looking for deep ball and Rice, and thankfully, he was in a zone coverage there, so his opponent couldn't get that deep ball. I was nervous for him to play before, when he was in a coverage like he's in right now. If
There's
his
no
opponent
one
hits a
there, yeah.
if his opponent hits a deep ball or even a deep post, it puts a lot of pressure on Dimer on that.
I really did like that play call. Almost everyone on man except for that one guy in the curl flat. And we're getting that reversal now.
Great user.
Oh, there we
Huge
go.
sack.
Beautiful sack. 4th and 19. You got to punt here.
I don't think he's going to. Oh, he is.
You got to punt here.
Now this is where Dimer can completely shut the life out of this game for his opponent.
Oh,
And he almost
100%.
did right there. If Dimer can kill the rest of the clock to halftime and still put up 7 points and go into halftime 17-0, he won't even need to control the game like he's been doing. You know, that's going to put him in such a good advantage.
Yeah, once he even if it's a field goal, once he tacks on
Even if
another
field goal.
score, you enter chew clock territory.
Exactly. Now, what I'm worried, though, because of how well he's playing, I'm worried he's going to score too fast and give his opponent another opportunity to get some points. So I'm hoping he is clock focused here.
Message him on PlayStation.
At the same time, not too clock focused, so you have to punt the ball back to your opponent.
And here we go. We're getting that mix up now. Oh, beautiful. Evan Ingram's going to take that one across the 49.
His opponent played the right play for that. Everything was, locked up. The one thing that was missing was him usering the middle of the field. But Dimer, if you did see, on the opposite side of the field, his running back was wide open in the flat. So I think he's seeing that, okay, my flats and drags are
2-minute
open.
warning.
And he has lots of check downs available. And he's taking advantage of them and driving up the field without much issue. So Now here's a dimer special. I know he's coming out in it. It's this screenplay to his tight end. It's a really tricky play, and the tight end just got a superstar trait, so he can get some good rack on that yard or on that play. It's like a one-time a game play. You can't do it often, but when you pull it out, that's a good 7 to 15 yard play right there. Love to see it.
I don't think I've seen too many tight end screens, so I imagine those work.
If you don't overuse them, they'll work. Now this is one of my favorite run plays. The blocking sets up really well, and
Wow, I'm surprised he managed to get back in there.
That was a very unfortunate block shed, but honestly,
wow. Really?
Okay.
All right, folks. Let's switch over to our talking head here for a moment. Hi, MunDayne. How you doing?
Hello.
So that was fun. I'm going to chalk that up to a Game 2 victory. So Post University wins this week out in both aspects. I mean, MunDayne, you got your forfeit win. Unfortunately, opponent rescheduling couldn't work out. So you got to shoutcast with me today, which was awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on your season thus far. Rookie season, you're currently standing at
4-2.
Not bad for a rookie, huh? So I imagine both of you will be there in the playoffs when that time comes, and I'm excited to see how far both of you could go. I will say, knowing how the ECAC works, I feel like somehow, some way, whether it's week 1 or week 2 of the playoffs, you guys are going to end up matched up against each other, and it's going to break my heart trying to shoutcast that game. But thank you all for watching. I have been Slapdonuts. This guy to my side here has been MunDayne. Usually he will not be in the booth with me. Next week you should see him in-game actually competing against whoever he is matched up against.
And Slap will be back next week commentating it, right?
Absolutely. Listen, I missed being here. It is good to be back. I finally am set up to do this from home, which is even better. My family was actually watching it on the other TV over there. I got to hear them cheer for a little bit. So thank you all for being here. I will be back here next week, and you all have a great rest of your week and weekend.